As an only child of left-wing Jewish parents, Brian had finally moved out of the family home almost 6 months ago. Had he stayed there any longer, he might well have murdered both of them in their sleep. The thought reminded him of that famous definition of the Jewish word chutzpah by the Jewish author Leo Rosten. Chutzpah, he had written, can be defined by the son who murders his parents and then claims the mercy from the court on grounds of being an orphan. That's chutzpah. His parents weren't especially religious, but like all Jewish parents, they possessed that peculiar Jewish gene. You know the one. The Jewish obsessive compulsive disorder one. That meant they couldn't stop themselves from picking up the phone and ringing him every 2 minutes. Brian, tell me, how's the flat? It's not a flat, Mum. It's a room. And it's small. I hope it's clean. You know you can get terrible things in small flats. Lawrence's boy had cockroaches. Can you imagine? They had to get the environmental health people down. And then they discovered black mould. And black mould is the worst. It can kill you. No, I don't have any black mould, Mum. It's very clean. Well, cleanish. And you'll be pleased to know that I haven't seen any cockroaches. Of course you haven't seen any cockroaches. They only come out at night. Anyway, I hope you're eating properly. Well, it's funny you mention that. I'm finding it very difficult to eat at the moment. What do you mean you're finding it hard to eat? Morris is finding it hard to eat. Brian could hear his father in the background stumbling around. What do you mean you can't eat? Your father says, what do you mean you can't eat? Well, every time I try to eat, the phone rings and it's you and Dad. That's nice. That's how he treats us for caring. We're your parents, Brian. Of course we're concerned about you. It's only natural. Anyway, your dad wants to have a word. All right, Mum. Oh, and I hope your first day of work goes well. Maybe you'll meet a nice Jewish girl there. Hello, son. Hi, Dad. Tell me, are there radiators in your flat? Yes, there are radiators in the room, Dad. Does it need bleeding, Brian? You can't trust these landlords. If it needs bleeding, you'll freeze to death. I can bring over a radiator key if you don't have one. No, it doesn't need bleeding, Dad. It's perfectly fine and hot. Really hot. Oh, ouch, ouch. I just touched it. Don't do that. You'll burn yourself. Now, I wanted to tell you that I've sent some thermal vests in the post. Thermal vests? Why would I want thermal vests? Do you never listen to the forecasts? We're in for a very cold spell next week, and don't suppose you have double glazing. No, I don't have double glazing. Well, there you are. Susan, he doesn't have double glazing. What did I tell you? And so it went on.